If y'all have not counseled them yet, what's wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? Y'all know exactly who I'm talking about. If you saw this thumbnail, then you know who I'm talking about. And yes, it's yours truly, Lovely J Podcast. Y'all, we are talking about Netta and Charles, or Charles and Netta, however you want to say it. I will say my piece on that, and then I'm going to let it just go. And we're talking about the BET Awards. How, they were just, oh, y'all got to excuse the noise out here. It's late in the afternoon. Oh, y'all, I just dropped my phone. Again, every time I come on this side, I drop my phone. I'm going to talk about it after I get my phone, y'all. I dropped it. I hope it didn't bust, because it hit hard on the ground. Well, we're going to talk about Charles and Netta, because I want to. I got time for it today. And before I talk about them, is anyone else seeing... Oh, let's see. Oh, good, it didn't break. Is anyone else seeing a lot of dead worms coming up out the ground? Do you know what that means? That means we're in a super drought around here. Yeah. They're just coming up out the ground and just dying. Ugh. Lord, send us some rain. I know I got a leak in the roof, but Lord, we still need the rain. Okay. Made it back to my little seat. Now, gotta catch my breath. Everybody been waiting to hear from Charles and Netta about the BET Awards. We saw other content creators at the BET Awards, but we didn't see Charles and Netta. And we heard a lot of rumors going on, or I don't know if it's true or not. What Hillary Sanchez was saying, that, they got detained because they was being disorderly. I don't know. But what I do know is that old Big Nasty Joe had in there to come back and start talking about, he basically started shift blaming on everybody else, like it's everybody else's fault that it didn't go through. And then he started saying, he switched up and was like, well, they kind of figured they wasn't going to be able to, go through with the BET Awards. But still, they kept promoting it. They kept promoting themselves. And that is false advertising. That's what they did. They were false advertising on the BET Awards, saying that they were going to be there. And as you can see, there were tons of people. Now, somebody can really sue them for this, by the way, because there were tons of people who said the only reason why they were watching the BET Awards and staying up with the news on the BET Awards because they were waiting to see Charles and Netta. So that's false advertising. So somebody really could sue them for it, but I don't care nothing about them like that. I just came on here to say that God don't like ugly, because I told y'all Big Joe Mean Green I told y'all him were mostly Joe. I told you they were bullies. And I'm going to stick by that. They are bullies. They steal people content. They're not just content creators. They're actually agents as well, like informants who go around. Y'all know, you've heard of the thing called mystery shoppers, right? That's how a lot of content creators get big, is because they become mystery informants. You sitting there praising these people up and down, thinking they got it going on. The whole time, they just as broke as you. The whole time, they not living no better than you. And you probably wouldn't have never seen their content, except you be on that same algorithm that the feds be watching. And that's how you got involved. Because I never knew a Charles and Netta. Okay? Why would I glorify what they doing as two men and I rep myself as a child of God? I would not be glorifying that at all. And I don't know how they got onto my algorithm and newsfeed, and it's like now I can't get rid of them. And their content is constant harassment for me. It's constant harassment for me. Even when he did the live today explaining what happened with the BET Awards, come on now. It was just too much going on. I didn't really want to watch it, but it's just constantly on my feed, my TikTok feed, and you know what? It's coming off in their page and a lot of other people's pages too. So even if I do block him, that means I gotta block thousands more, because thousands more are making their content based upon their content, and that's usually how it works. I'm doing the same thing too right now. I'm making content based on them. And I hate that noise in the background, but y'all, I'm in the country. Y'all know how it is. I be telling y'all all the time that it gets loud out here some nights. It's evening time and the night creatures are coming alive. Like the Joe night creature. Joe Netta, whoever you want to call it. Laquanda the same. Y'all sitting up here worshiping these false idols. That's who they are. They're not icons. They are idols. They are like these humanized statues. Humanized golden statues that a lot of people come and worship because they think, that's the kind of life I want to have. That's how I want to be. They don't call you influencers for nothing. Oh, it's almost so loud out here. I want to go in. I want to go in. It's so loud. Y'all think I should go in? I want to sit out here and just enjoy the air, but it might be better I go in and just be in that side that loud air. But yeah, those content creators, they're not influencers for nothing. That's just like, you look at Peach McIntyre. I bring her up again because Peach McIntyre, she promotes that, hey, you could dance all over your son. You can teach your children how to twirl their booties. Teach them how to go down. So if they ever need to make any real money, it's already in them. That's the type of content that she promotes. And then she comes back and fool you with, oh, I'm a good mother this, I'm a good mother that, I do anything for my kids. I'm one that believe you should let your kids do this, do that. Yeah, because it's easy to let your kids do what they want to do, because that means you don't have to parent. You don't have to take responsibility for what they're doing in your mind if you let them do what they want to do. And so Joe and these other content creators out here are spreading a bunch of evil. They're spreading a bunch of evil, and it's catching up with them. This content creation thing is catching up with a lot of people, and it's a lot of people that's, they're not here to even talk about it anymore, because once it backfired on them, what you put out there is coming back to you. And all this hate that Joe has been putting out there, cussing out people, and it's coming back to him. It's coming back. And I think what we're seeing now is a lot of the truth is starting to come out. I don't even think that man, well, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that I don't think he really know the business. And this is why. Because some people don't know the business like that. But when I think about people like him who have been on the internet for a long time, they know the business. They know exactly what they do. He just learned a different way to move. And the way he's moving now is, just as I said, these informants, they come in all kind of looks, fashions. And if you've ever seen notice, it's only been, you can tell when the influencers get really paid to do something. And it's because they start influencing the masses. I'm not talking about them. Yeah, Joe and Charles, they got a big following. And that following is going to lead them at the end of the year. Once everybody votes, that following will, it'll die down. People get tired of them. But right now, as long as they have the script to go by and everybody is going by the same script, they're just not getting it at the same time. From what I have seen with influencers, like some of them be like 2 weeks behind. Like one set of influencers will be told, this is how we want you to act this week, and then the next set of influencers get their script, and that's what they act on. But all together, it ties in there together. That's just like me telling everybody, hey, everybody, look, paint your nails hot pink. North Carolina might get the memo today, but New York might not get it till next week. That's how it is, so that we can all look the same, and not just look the same, but so we can harass the same. And that's what I'm seeing, is these major platforms are being used as a way to harass people. Now, I don't know who they were trying to fool at the BET Awards, but, if you want to go to the BET Awards, it is possible for anyone to go to the BET Awards. If you, with the right connections, anybody can go. That's like the Dove Awards, the Stellar Awards. I used to work behind the scenes and do a lot of work involving these big award places. And I can tell you, if you know the janitor, you got it made. So don't think that it's not possible to be broke and not go. I mean, that you could, just because your finances aren't there, like you're not famous, that you can't get into these awards shows, because you can, with the right connection. Now on this, I just think with Joe, NETTA as y'all call him, I think he got hyped on it. He sold people a false reality that he was living in. And this is how you spread delusions across. Y'all, do y'all hear that? I really hate to go inside. I hope this noise doesn't bother y'all, because I'm not ready to go inside yet. And they so loud. Y'all hear it? I know you do. It's in the background. Hopefully. Okay, we might go in. Yeah, that is louder than loud. So let's go in. You're just gonna have to hear my air conditioner, cause that is super loud. I'm sorry, y'all. I may repeat some things that I said. Let's see here. Yeah, I might just repeat some things that I said. Okay. Feels good here. Okay. So let's get this thing bopping. As I was saying, that NETTA, she's got this big following. And the reason why this following is big for a lot of content creators now is because it's political. It's political. Do not get yourself worked up about these people. Don't get caught into their web, because all of this is political. If you notice what she has on her hashtags, she has hashtag Donald Trump. That's what she has on her hashtags. It's political. I told you. Listen to that.
And I can't wait to see what my people gonna come back with me and tell me about what Miss Hillary done said to me. It's just pathetic. Because you probably talking about me as we speak. But
newsflash too, I do not like Miss Hillary either. I don't know. I can't get these people off my TikTok timeline. And if I block them, it makes it worse because everybody else that's, on their timeline starts to show up.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what that thing say about us because we know that thing know nothing about us. Talking about calling me, she got a fraud charge. She gonna tell me I got one. Girl, you got that. Them people already done looked me up. You best believe them people that looked me up all the way from the bottom of the head to the top of my feet, and nobody coming up with the charges that you got. So you must know some type of, and you don't got no extra money to pay nothing more to get no information. You probably.
Anyways, I don't know. All I just know is I don't like all this stuff coming down my timeline, but it does give me something to talk about. And that's where people fall into these traps at. We all want content that's going to draw people to us. And some of us are given the script of what will draw people to you. Given a script. And that's how them people paying for stuff. That's how them people getting, like Netta and them, they been too long got that home. That's how they getting these homes and things. Because they are using the script the way they're supposed to use the script. So does that mean that we're supposed to get mad because they didn't make it to the BET Award? Nope, that means that they playing their role. They knew y'all would come for them. You got to think psychology-wise. They knew y'all would come for them. And then what you going to see when you get over there? You're going to see the hashtags. Donald Trump. So they know what they're doing. They had a whole storyline made up and they played this storyline out for months. Now the next storyline has to be bigger. It has to be bigger than this because the closer we get to November, the bigger the storylines need to be. Peach McIntyre does the storylines. Who else? Y'all, I don't know a lot of big names. I be seeing them, but I don't be knowing them by the names like that. But what's her name? Zacchaeus is part of it. That's the girl that be eating all the time. She part of it. She may not did the BET Awards, but just pay attention to what she promotes on her page. Then what does that make you want to do? That make you want to go get Wendy's. That make you want to get fatter and not care. And hopefully your face become round so you can wear some puffs too, right? Okay. These influencers, that's what they're here to do. They're here to influence you to do what they do. And the only reason why they know what to do is because they have been given a script of what to do. So that with Joe and them, I get so sick of seeing it. Just don't fall too much into it. Don't fall too much into it. Know that this is a fairy tale type system nowadays, a fantasy type system. Do not fall too much in for these content creators. They are a lot different in person than they are on video. I'm the same way. I'm talking to y'all like this through the podcast, but when you see me in person, don't come up on me any kind of way. I'm not no bad person or anything like that. But at the same time, who I am on here is not nowhere near who I am off of here. This is something that I love to do and I like to do. And it does pull out parts of my personality and my character, but it does not tell you my flaws. So you get the majority of my good parts, that come on here. But when you see me in person, it's a different person. So when they saying that Netta and Charles, they out here living their best life. Oh, look, they are far from, they are getting to the stage that they don't even know what reality is anymore. And that's what content jobs like that do. It's a role you play. But you have heard where there have been movie stars and actors. That's what they are. They are off-brand actors. That's the best way I can put it. Off-brand actors. And another lady, what's her name? Auntie Ham or Auntie? Is it Auntie Ham, the one that she came off of Facebook? I want to say the one that we said pew pew. That well, you know, she started content creating on Facebook. Started getting mass followings over there. And the one thing she came to TikTok and said that was true, she said, we are content creators. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it wrong. We are here to get our money, buy your house, pay it off, then go get your car, pay it off, and get somewhere and sit down. Because we are not celebrities. We're not the same as celebrities. And this is where people have problems at, because they can't differentiate who they are. I don't know if I said that word right. But they think they the same as a celebrity, and whole time they not. That's like me walking into, okay, when I used to do A&R work, yeah, I had certain privileges that artists didn't have, but I didn't have that privilege that the CEO or the president or the vice president of a major record label company had. I did not have that privilege. Yes, I was honored to sit among many great people, but I didn't even get to speak to a lot of them people. We was not friends. We were workers. We were working with each other. We were together for a common goal, to push that artist. That's why we were working together. But they didn't need to speak to me for me to do my job. I just needed to do my job, and they would, do what they do. But there's a thin line. Not thin line. It's a thick line between who is a celebrity, who is recognized as famous and being a celebrity, and who is just, you could be infamous. I guess that's a word. You can be famous in your own right, but it's not the same as like the celebrities. I was never looked at as a celebrity. I don't care how many celebrities you work with, you take pictures with. You're not the same as them. You're not like them. You're not like them. And Netta Charles found out this past weekend at the BET Awards that they were not like them. They weren't like them. They didn't have I would say this. They didn't have the right staff. Because if they would have been with the right people, they could have gotten in. They could have had, now they wouldn't have got red carpet, blue carpet without special rights to that. And those rights go out way ahead of time. I mean, you got to think, right now, they planning already for the next BET Awards. That planning started before this BET Awards even finished. They started planning for the next, so they started scouting the room out to see who's going to be on next year's BET Awards. So what I'm saying in this is you can do this. You can go to these places. But you're not going to be the same as a celebrity. I was in a room full of celebrity artists. And my little self up in there, and I'm looking around like, okay. I thought, you know what, though? This was something to me. I thought nobody knew who Coco Boughton was. You know what? I did my work so good that people knew who I was. But I didn't let it go to my head because the whole room did not know who I was. Only a select few knew who I was. And that select few was people who may have worked with some of the artists that I had worked with. And they knew me from that. Other ones were like, who are you? We don't know who you is. That's just like you walk up to a content creator. A content creator be standing there smiling in your face. Everybody don't know you. Everybody don't know the celebrities that we know over here. It's some people that don't get into this. So when you walk up to them thinking you finna get, your little 15 minutes of fame or 2 minutes of, oh my God, of groupies, no, it don't happen like that. You're not Michael Jackson. You're not Chris Brown. Any of that. You're just who you are. You're the content creator. That means you do have a gift. You do have a great gift to share with others, to make others laugh or to sing or whatever it is you do on your channel, whatever it is you do, you have that gift, but it does not put you in that bracket with other celebrities. Some people can, they could be beyond millionaires and they still not even recognized like that. Look at Jay-Z, for instance. Jay-Z is not in the bracket with men over him. He trying to get there. Them men don't even know him. He trying to get there with the Jeff Bezos and all, bigger than billions. Like, he trying to get there with it's billions on billions on billions. Them people don't know him like that. Because they set apart. It's different. And there's these times of years when you might get them to come out. And when you do see the big CEOs out, when you do see them out there, they are out there because somebody they thought well of, they said, okay, I'm going to do this for you. I owe you this right here. Somebody probably made them a bunch of money and they said, okay, I'm going to make this appearance because I trust your work. And that's why they showed up. They showed up because, y'all, it's dark in here. I got to get some light on. I'm sorry. I got to have some light. But that's why they showed up, because they owed the person a favor. It's not because they really cared to be there or even needed to be there. You know you are a celebrity when you don't even care if you there or not. You know where you need to be. You know your market. But some of these content creators, ooh. I was listening to Peach McIntyre the other night. And I know I'm bringing her up a lot because she's one of them that do the harassing. But she was actually, her videos always come down my timeline. And she was saying that she didn't put on over 350,000 people on the content creating. Hold up. Didn't she just start content creating? And I'm not saying that she can't do it because she's got millions and millions of likes. But where are all these people at? Where are the people at that she's saying that she put on? Because surely, if she put that many people on, at least half of them ought to be bragging on her. I don't see nobody bragging on her like that. She got into her own head. She thinks her little bag. She thinks her bag. I'm not going to say little because them bags, to me, them bags are big. I need big bags. Who y'all had to have me a little sip here. Excuse me. But her bags, they are pretty good for her size in her bracket and in her market. But it's not up there with bigger markets. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. When it comes down to it, you are put into a class. Influencers are put into a class. That's just like me on Facebook. Mine say rising creator. A rising creator. But it doesn't mean that, I'm up there with the bigger people. I'm not up there with Netta and Charles. They way ahead of me. But then again, I'm not an informant either. I'm not a little rat, so I can't get that special treatment that they get. I don't get that special money or I'm not giving skits of what to speak on and talk about. I'm not giving information to people's personal lives. See, that part, that's not me. I'm not giving all that. So I can't just come out and shoot things off at people. Because I'm not one of the ones that's called in that area. Which means I'm in a different bracket. Ooh, I smell. Somebody done got me again. Ooh. Somebody done got me again, y'all. Hold up. Somebody set one of them bombs off. And it stinks so bad. Ooh, God, it stinks. Oh my God. See, what I am is one of them that gets harassed like this. This is messed up how I get harassed. I had to come back outside. I couldn't even do this. Y'all, somebody set a stink bomb off underneath my house again. I hope whoever doing this mess get caught. See, that's why I'm saying about the harassment and things. When I speak out on topics and issues, this is what happens to me. People sneak up. They do things to food, all that. And now, this isn't delusional. This is what's really going on. You come in my house, it smells like somebody let out one giant fart, or it's like a whole range of sulfur and all kind of smells and materials connected. It's not right. But anyway, it's talking about Joe and Charles, and just so everybody's clear, I had to come back outside, and this is what it is. I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to get off of here, because I'm going to have to go close off my vents, cut my air off. I'm not going to be able to use the air smelling like that. Somebody, they going to get caught. Eventually, they will be caught. Sorry, guys, that this has to happen, but this is where I'm at in life, too. This is why I don't say that I'm bigger than anybody or smaller than anybody. This is why I just say that I'm me. And I know harassers, and I know techniques and tactics when I see it. And most of the tactics that Joe, NETTA, and a lot of the content creators are using now are so that they can persuade your vote. That's what it is. They have certain people that they are gearing toward so they can persuade your vote. Joe, he wants you to get the vibe of him that he hates black women. And the reason why he needs you to get this into your soul, black women, he wants you to put this in your mind, in your soul. He wants you to take a deep thought on it, so that when it's time to vote, you're going to go vote for the person who he feels like is going to really help the, well, it's not even a feel like. Your vote is going to be persuaded. Your actions are going to be persuaded by these content creators, one way or the other. Not all of them are for Trump, not all of them are for Biden. But if you watch these people long enough, you will be persuaded to downgrade yourself and accept anybody in these White Houses. You'll start accepting anybody and anything that happens to you. So that's what I'm trying to say here is you got to be careful how you're listening to these people and their content, and that you're not picking up on some of their storylines and living it out as your own life. Joe does not like black women. For some reason, he has an issue with them, and he really wants to be a black woman. He really does. He really wants to be a black woman, and he wants to act as if he is this person who is so into Charles. Your lunch is ready. Oh my God. Oh, y'all. Oh my God. This smell is horrible in here. Oh my God. Oh, I pray to God they get the people who's doing this to me. Oh my God. Look, I gotta go. I can't even talk no more. I got to. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I got to do something. All right. Peace, love, and happiness.